saw my deceased loved one in a dream, and I want to know why. I also want to know if it was real. Let's talk about it in this video. Hey there, my name is Regina and I am a psychic medium. On this channel I post videos about different topics of mediumship, being a medium, and basically everything that comes with it. If you are interested in this subject, then subscribe to my channel and let's just get straight into today's topic. And like in the intro I said, often people say something along the lines that I saw my deceased loved one in a dream, and I wonder why, and I also wonder if it was real, if it was really my deceased loved one, or if it was just a dream. Now, first I want to address if it was real. Yes, it was real. Dreams is one way how our deceased loved ones can connect with us more easily. And what I mean by that is, I believe everybody has medium abilities. However, there's so much involved in being able to communicate and connect with those in spirit at any time of the day, regardless of circumstances. And especially for people who are not necessarily a medium, don't consider themselves be a medium, when any of us, when we sleep, when we are in our sleep state, dream state, we don't have so many restrictions in our mind. If someone is a medium, they have certain parts of the brain just tuned in to brain, certain parts of the mind tuned into a spirit world, and eventually, sooner or later, that becomes like communicating with spirits, and everything that has to do with it becomes like a second nature. But for somebody who is not a medium and doesn't practice mediumship, communication with those in spirits, they don't have this part of the brain, part of the mind turned on in a way that a medium has. And because of that, there's more like a barrier between spirits and a person alive. There's more it's more challenging. It can be more challenging for those in spirit to reach a person alive who is not really practicing on a regular basis communication with those in spirit. But in a dream time, those barriers, they're just not there, and everything is just more flowing. There is more space, there's more openness in mind, and that is why it's more easy for spirits to come and visit during dream time. And so with that said, yes, seeing a deceased loved one in dream is real, is really deceased loved one visiting. Now, the second part, what does it mean, or why was deceased loved one visiting? That can have a different meaning. The different most well-known reasons could be the following. One, in no particular order, just to say hi. Another reason could be to let know that deceased loved one is around. Also, kind of like just saying hi. Another reason could be to warn about something. Another reason, we're going to expand on it shortly. Another reason can be that a deceased loved one has a message. Maybe a general message, or a message for some specific situation. Now, let's talk a little bit about warning or messages. Because, if spirit shows up just to say hi or to let know that he or she is around, then that's pretty self-explanatory. But if it comes to deceased loved ones showing up to warn about something or to bring a message, that can have, there's more to it. And this is what is important to remember and keep in mind. When let's say you're the person who saw your deceased loved one in your dream, the most important thing to figure out, if it wasn't clear during dream or after you woke up, what the dream was about, why your deceased loved one came to visit, is to think of a dream and think how it made you feel, what you felt during that dream, what was the general vibe, feeling of the whole situation that you were dreaming about, that your deceased loved one was involved. Was it something scary? Was it comforting? Was it positive? Was it did it come with that feeling of warning about something, that something bad might happen, or like, and maybe not necessarily something bad might happen, but maybe it's a warning about not making a certain choice because because there is a better choice that you could make in some situation. So so the feeling in the dream, how the whole dream made you feel, how whatever the deceased loved one was doing, how that made you feel. So the feeling, what you got in the dream, is the clue to what the dream was about and what the deceased loved one's visit was about. Also think, are you going through some challenging situation in your life? Maybe your whole life is turned upside down and you are facing a lot of life-changing decisions. Maybe there is a certain aspect of your life that changes are happening in this certain aspect of your life, or you are wanting to make changes and wondering about it. Maybe there is some offer, some job offer, some opportunity offer for you and you're wondering to go for it or not, or just something like that. Maybe there's a situation that involves deceased loved one. Maybe it's about something that belonged to deceased loved one, and let's say a house, and you are in the middle of selling the house. So again, that's kind of a life-changing decision, significant decision, and your deceased loved one might have something to say about it. So think about these things. First, like I said, in order to understand more clearly, if it wasn't clear already in the dream or after the dream, with your deceased loved one, first, what the feeling, the vibe of the whole dream was, what else was happening in the dream, how you felt, what it felt like, how your deceased loved one, how it felt. Like, did it feel like your deceased loved one was at peace, or was stressed about something, or so? Just think back of a dream and try to remember how it made you feel, and then also think of these things that I just mentioned a few minutes ago, like are you going through some challenging situation in life or so, and then see how that all together connects. Maybe write down all that I just mentioned about feelings and what the dream was about. And so that can help you to better understand what the dream might have been about. When you see it all written out on the paper, and like you have this visual of all the things written down that happened in the dream, that you remember the feeling it gave you, and so on and so on. That all together can help you to understand your dream better, and the meaning of your deceased loved one showing up in a dream, and what it meant and why deceased loved one showed up in a dream. One thing what you can do also is you can call on your deceased loved one next night before you go to bed, and if you still don't understand what exactly the dream meant, call on your deceased loved one before you go to bed and ask them to show you, to explain you, bring some clarity, give some clarity on what he or she was trying to tell you, your deceased loved one, and see what happens. Keep asking that question in your mind. What did it mean? What did it mean? Maybe if you have some being you believe in, some higher power, be it a universe, be it God, be it Buddha, whatever your beliefs are, you can turn to them. You can turn to angels, just asking, okay, what did this mean? I saw my deceased loved one. Can you help me out and show me, bring me some clarity? You know, some higher being, higher power that you believe in, maybe possibly you can involve them asking for some clarity as well, and kind of work together as a team to figure out what it meant. But also remember, like I was saying, sometimes spirits just show up to say hi, to just let us know if they are around, and that is it. That itself can give a comforting feeling to many people. And so sometimes it's just as simple as that, and there's no some super duper deep meaning, no puzzle pieces to put together to trying to understand what it meant. So yeah, that's what I have to say right now about this question. I'm curious to hear what your experiences are with this, what your thoughts are, and I would love to hear them. Comment below, share if you feel comfortable sharing, if you have any questions regarding this topic, what we talked about today. So again, comment below, ask in comments. If you enjoyed the video, click a like, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.